us today, we have Tyreek Coleman today. Tyreek, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, plus 39. Chase Walker, season high, 22 points, 8 rebounds. And then at Wolf, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Questions from the group? Sorry. We can get empty after. Questions?
Guys, 4-0 in the Valley, I think 9 out of 10, 10 out of 11. What are you doing really well right now as a team?
I think we're just playing our brand of basketball, playing together, and playing for one another and the name on the front. That's really it. Nothing else to it.
Mm-hmm. Having fun. Yeah.
Did you get banged up a little bit?
Yeah, rolled my ankle a little bit, but I'll be all right. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was going off them. Yeah, just having fun. Like, we're playing connected, following the scouting reports, listening to what the coaches are telling us, and, showing out there on the court.
Landon, a season high 14 the other night and 12 tonight. Do you feel like you've kind of found an offensive rhythm?
I mean, yeah, I think a lot of it was just the struggle earlier in the season. I think it came a little bit from last season, towards the end of the season, but I think most of it's just come from my teammates and my coaches just keeping to believe in me. I mean, I hadn't made a 3 in forever, it felt like, and that's kind of what I'm supposed to do. So it's obviously hard to, keep going, but I felt like I found areas to excel at other than shooting, and then it's finally come back to me. My teammates have stuck with me, and my team coaches have stuck with me the whole way. So, yeah, I hope it's back to stay. So.
Chase, you're so patient when you get the ball in the post. Is that something you've learned here? Is that something the coach knew? You've always been, you kind of take your time so much with the ball in the post?
I think I've always been like that since like 4th, 5th grade. I've been getting double for a long time. So just trying to take my time, make sure I make the right decision, whether that's trying to score it or trying to find one of these two. So.
You're reading the defense. You're trying to read a double team, or what do you do when you get the ball in the post there that you're so methodical?
Well, first, if I could get a quick move and go, I try to do that. And then if they're going one-on-one, then it's you can play one-on-one. But if they're doubling, I kind of read where they're doubling from, and then where the rotating guy is coming from, and then you kind of make the decision from there.
Chase, did you feel pretty confident you could score when you did have the one-on-one matchup inside?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What was causing that, or why did you feel confident you could do that?
Well, one, you work on your game a lot, and then 2, confidence that comes from my teammates. They tell me go and try to score every time, and even though I don't, it's always good to hear. So.
Tyreek, what have you noticed about Missouri Valley play? Have you noticed a different intensity, different scouting reports in the Valley, and how have you adjusted?
Yeah, there's obviously been a shift, especially from non-conference games. I think, now having 10 games under my belt, teams have had me scouted well. I'm not just a guy coming from under the radar. So just adjusting, to the physicality and speed of the game, getting help from these guys, confidence, my first 2 games, went out and didn't do what I did in the non-conference games, but these guys uplifted me through the whole entire way. I think I'm finding my footing now with these last couple of games, just getting settled in and, adjusting to the physicality, everything that takes place from the scouting reports to our practices, and just understanding this is just a whole, another level, like we're playing for a championship.
Landon, is there a New Year's resolution for this team? You're playing well, but what can this team get better at? What kind of do you work at to get better?
I think just continuing to extend our leads and kind of finish our game stronger a little bit. I think we got up 32 today, and we fell back to, what was then score? 26. I think we've had that happen a couple times this season. We're fortunate to be up that big, but we want to keep going, keep getting better each possession, and just close out those games better.
Yeah, what Landon said, just closing it out. Coach P had the saying like, all gas, no brakes. So we try to do that to the best of our ability.
Tyreek, you had that early second half surge. Is it safe to say you found a role in the Redbird offense?
Yeah, I think getting thrust into like the early non-conference games, like star lineup, I think I came out and found a role early and just been trying to excel in that and expand what I've been doing early. So not just with scoring, but also, finding teammates, attacking the paint, having a defense collapse, and then making the right decision, and just continuing to grow in those areas. So, yeah, I think it's coming together nicely.
You guys got anything planned for the football game Monday? How you all gonna watch it, or?
Oh, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get that done.
Yeah, we'll get together and watch that. Probably at your crib.
Yeah, probably at mine.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited.
Anybody else? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Over. Thank you.
Thank you.
thoughts on the game. We'll take questions from the group.
Yeah, Happy New Year, first of all, to everybody out there. Having the game at home on New Year's afternoon, I thought we had a great crowd, so thankful for all the people that were here today. And I thought our defense set the tone. We've come a long way, and we got a long way to go still. But very few times since I've been here, I think has our defense set the tone like it did today. And even if you look at the last two games, holding opponents to 32% and 31% is growth for us. And if we want to be the type of team and program that can contend for championships, our defense and our rebounding is going to have to lead the way. So I was really proud of the guys today. A lot of good things to take from the game, and excited to see the film and keep building and keep growing.
Ryan, you say keep building, but you win at Drake by 16, 17 today with 26. What you're doing is pretty impressive. I know it's early, but it's impressive. Yeah, I just think the best of the best. You can't be impressed with yourselves, especially in the midst of it. There's things that we got to constantly improve on. You're getting better, you're getting worse, you're never staying the same. And I feel like we're doing some really good things. I would acknowledge that. I'm not going to give you all coach speak here, but we're doing some really good things. I also think we're nowhere near our ceiling. And we're out a couple guys right now, and a couple guys that I think will be in our rotation and can help elevate our ceiling. So that's our challenge. That's our job as coaches, is to steer this thing and continue to improve our team and become the best we can be. And that's where our mind is at.
What is the status of Mason and Cameron?
Cameron he was sick and was out. Didn't travel with us to the last game, just for precautionary reasons. His shoulder injury is getting better. I don't know when his return will be. I don't think it's long term. Hopeful that it's fairly soon, but I know he's working to strengthen that shoulder injury. Mason, who we FaceTimed at the end in our locker room afterwards, he's just been really sick. He's got the bug really bad, and they've kept him away from the team. He said he's having real FOMO because he's missing out, but he's such a great, both of those guys, great guys, and I know he'll be back hopefully real soon.
Coach, Jack with a couple of big threes there. What's that kind of do for you and your team?
Yeah, I think Jack with a couple big threes is a great thing. I think Jack helping us win like possession after possession on both ends of the floor, that's what excites me the most. And anytime you're going through struggles, the more you focus on something, and for him it's a shooting woes, you go through that. But the more you obsess on that one thing, normally in life, you're not going to get the results that you want. It doesn't always work that way because you're trying too hard and you're too, laser focused on one aspect. I think what I've seen here in the last week or two has been he has really impacted winning in a variety of ways. I thought his box outs were tremendous today. I thought his hustle plays, some of 50-50 balls. He had a great drive and kick for our first three of the second half to Landon Wolf. He's playing winning basketball. I would say that is what excites me the most, because I know he's a great shooter, and I know that'll come around. Water will find its level, but I'm most concerned with how can each of our players help us win possessions. Yeah.
The turnover differential of 14, taking care of the ball, was that an emphasis for you guys going into conference play?
Yeah, especially after the other night. We had 23 turnovers. So, if I told you how many times I watched those turnovers since then, you'd question my sanity. But it was atypical for us. I thought we were really sloppy. I didn't think our decision making was great. I also didn't think our balance was worth a darn when we got to the paint, and that contributed to a lot of the turnovers there in Des Moines. Think about it, 23 turnovers the other night. That's 23 possessions we did not get a shot. And not to mention they had 26 points on our 23 turnovers. So, we were thankful to get that win and have it be a double-digit win. But, the coach in you is trying to, figure out how we can turn the tide. So I thought our attention to detail was better today. We were sharp, we were crisp. We had got our rest coming into this game, and I thought, that's always going to be a hallmark for us, taking care of the basketball, eliminating the things that get you beat, and turnovers on the offensive side. That's number one.
Ryan, when teams don't double down on Chase, is what he did today what you wanted to do, what you expect him to do?
Yeah, he's a real matchup problem. I thought one-on-one, his greatest area today that stood out to me was his driving ability, right? How many fives can take the ball from the perimeter and drive the ball? In the first half, he had 4 or 5 of those that were just really impressive. One-on-one plays, and then he navigated the help as well. Second half was probably more traditional post-up plays, more of those, and some were one-on-one, some were post doubles, and I think he's as good a passing big as there is in the country. He's certainly the best passing big I've ever coached, and I think his reads, I really trust him. Yeah, I really trust him, and we'll play through him as obviously, it's pretty obvious. We'll play through him in a wide variety of ways, and I think the best is yet to come with Chase. Yeah.
I was asking him a little bit about his patience in the post. I mean, he gets the ball and just waits. I mean, he's really a patient post player, isn't he?
He is. I think he reads. I think he reads the help really well, and you got to have poise to do that, especially as a big. You're talking about 6'9", 270, playing slow but navigating the help with your back. Usually, your back to the basket, and that's easier said than done, as you know. So, Chase is. He's a vital piece for us. There's no question. But scoring wise, he was able to make the right reads tonight, and I thought really make the defense pay. He didn't have any assists tonight, which is sort of odd for him. But I thought he had some really good passes out of the post. We just didn't on those particular shots, knock them down.
Any comment on Buckeye football, and more importantly, ISU Redbird football?
I'll comment on ISU Redbird football because Buckeyes they're done. They're done. ISU football, man, couldn't be more excited. I think it's a great story, and I felt when they got that win at North Dakota State, you could sort of feel a momentum and a belief building, and they've been right there. They've been fully capable, I think, all year. But to see them go on this run, it's a historic run with it, especially being all on the road. It's been so fun to watch. And, Redbird Nation will be tuned in on Monday night. I think it's Monday, right? Yeah, my days are all messed up right now. Forgive me. But Monday night, and we're so proud of them. Yeah, we're proud of the Redbirds, and Brock has done an unbelievable job. I think his record obviously speaks for itself. He's a legend, and I just hope he can cap it off here.
Anybody else? All right, thank you, Coach.
Okay, guys. Yeah.